we got a new project here.
This is just one big refresh. This is the definition of a refresh, I think. We are going to be taking out some of these random plants, and then we're going to replace them with some random plants. We'll also do a rock refresh here, kind of, you know, liven up the home a little bit. These guys are relatively new owners. They've only been here like a year or two, so they're trying to get rid of some of the old, bring in some of their own new touches. Here we're going to be changing up this landscape bed, adding some arbs across this section so we have a nice privacy fence between themselves.
Privacy hedge.
Themselves and that fan. That fan is for a greenhouse, and they said it's just a little annoying.
Maybe a soundproof wall?
Well, I mean, we're gonna put insulation in between the arbs. Not really. There, you see that? We're gonna be changing that Chilton flagstone walkway there. Yeah, so it's essentially what we're doing, and then everything will be looking super pretty.
There you go.
Also, did you realize that Brad ends every little section with a yeah, or like a hoorah, or let's get it, or ride 'em cowboy, or
What else am I supposed to say? Yeah.
no.
Alright, so as you guys saw in the time lapse, we got all the plants that we're removing, got all those out. Got this one out with old trusty Red over there. What we're starting on is cutting all this out to make it a new bed for the arborvitaes. So, yep, it's fun stuff. What we're working on now is you guys will be seeing us relay some Chilton steppers that were in previously, but they got a new deck built, so they need them moved to go around the stairs, because right now they're going under the stairs. Alright, so we got maybe half of the plants delivered right over there, sitting on the driveway. Total amount of plants that we're doing is around 350 throughout the entire back hill, throughout here. We got some of the front laid out. Those two globe arborvitaes, that part right up there. So we're gonna be getting those planted today. Should be a fun day.
Hey, we got some plants planted. When doing a planting job, we learn this all the time. You need to over budget for things. Do I do that all the time? No. Should I do it more? Yes. Or you just got to find clients that are very open to changes, because that's just an inevitability. Like, look at this. We wanted to put that tree right there on the corner. What'd you find, Bradley?
A huge stump.
Yeah. And then over there, you can see we planted our first arborvitae. That's a Techni arborvitae. Planted that first, and we thought, oh, we're gonna have a nice clean line along that. But we went to plant our second one. Guess what's down there? A pipe for a sprinkler. So what do? We push it out. They're happy with it because all those things are gonna grow in. And what do we find on our third arborvitae? Another sprinkler line. No control. It's just insane. You think it's gonna be easy, and then no. No, nothing's easy in landscaping. So make sure you plan for that kind of stuff. Right, Brad?
Yep. So we also got all the front plants in. We got all of these in. Got all the black dirt around them all. We actually used Biotone starter plant food. So we put that in at the base after we dig it out to act as like a fertilizer for the plants to grow. Got all those in. Got that nice tree in. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey, how's it going? It's morning, and you know, we said that we were going to try to figure out sprinklers, because as you plant things, you always run into problems. It's not as easy. We want a line to go one way. You got sprinklers directly in your path. So you can see here, we have a line going right through our privacy hedge. This is the row we want. We also have that T. It's a bit of a nuisance. The thing is, at the end of that T, what we found, sprinkler line, whatever you want to call this professionally, and a spray head that was just, well, it wasn't even connected to it, it was just floating in the dirt. When you're running a landscaping company, at that point, it's time to talk to a client, kind of keep them informed with what's going on, test the sprinklers like Brad and I will do right now, and we'll find out if this is even a working line, because there's some lines out there that are just old, and other landscaping companies are just lazy, and they just do nothing about it, and just leave them, so people like us can get confused. See that Bradley has done an amazing job. He's planted more plants. Good job, Brad. So
Thanks.
Proud of you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Go over here if any of you guys were curious. And yes, don't say anything in the comments like, hey, you shouldn't put so many 90-degree joints in a sprinkler line. We have to. We have to go makeshift on it so they can get their privacy hedge of plants. And we got it confirmed, so we're all good. Essentially, we wanted to plant, or we have to plant a plant right here, 45 inches over right here, and it falls right on top of our T like we talked about. We're gonna do, through a 90 on, we're gonna put it right in like this, we're gonna dig it in, and we're gonna move our rainbird head, our spray head, over a foot, 2 feet actually, pop it on out. Just like that, we can plant our tree again. So sometimes you just have to go a little makeshift on the bit and figure out what the heck you're doing, because I've been to the store twice because I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna make it work, right, Brad?
Yep. All right, so we got the arborvitae wall in, so you guys can see it's looking great. We also have almost all of the planting done up front. The only thing we have left to plant is this beautiful little tree right here, but we got everything else planted and moved and ready for rock. So as you guys can see, it's looking amazing up here. That tree, all that up there. So yeah, next thing you guys will be seeing us do is rock, refresh all this. We're not completely redoing it all, but we're going to be touching up the spots around the plants and then some bare spots. We got all this new edging in. Arnie and Brian are getting that weed liner in right now, and then we'll be laying our rock refresh all throughout here. So we're getting 5 tons of rock in the morning to touch up all the dirty spots where all the new plants went in. Be looking great. So as you guys saw through the time lapse, we got all of the rock in. It looked pretty white going in because it was super dusty, so we sprayed it all down, and it's looking great with matching with the old stuff. So we ended up putting it pretty much everywhere, filling in all the low spots and whatnot. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next video.